Shabbat Shalom. We'll be getting started here shortly. Seems like they change this every dang time. All right, let's go here. Hope everybody had a good week. Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good week. Yes, yes. Was a good week. Even though there's been a lot of spiritual warfare. Still a good week. Okay. Why am I not seeing? Get that out of there. There we go. I accepted your request. Shabbat Shalom, sister. Why isn't it working? There we go.
Hey, Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
How was your week?
Good, good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom. I saw Brother Pappel was in here already. Shabbat Shalom to you. Shabbat Shalom, Jess. It was a great week. It was a good week. But like you said, lots of spiritual warfare as well. The Spirit is moving very, very strong all across the world right now. And I believe there is a purpose for it all right now. That's for sure. The Father's purpose, His will is being done. You passed out early last week, Jess. Well, then I noticed you weren't talking as much for sure. It was quiet last week. There wasn't a lot of comments at all last week. But that's all right. This week we have the Book of Enoch. So maybe we'll wait a little bit and let some people get in here and stuff, or before we get started. I'll mute up so you can talk, James, because all you can hear is baby crying.
Good evening, Mama Huggy Bear. Good to have you back.
Good evening, Mama. Huggy Bear, yeah. Interesting, but good name.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, Scott.
Oh, I'm going to send it on to Mac. I'll leave for a little bit and be back.
Okay. Hopefully everybody studied up a little bit. A little bit of a different book. Different set of questions this week. So, hopefully everybody had a good week. A lot going on in the world. A lot going on. Shabbat Shalom, Mo. As long as we keep the Father close, keep doing His, striving to do His will, being obedient to His word, He'll get us through. Nobody said there wasn't going to be trials. You got up to chapter 49. That's pretty good. I've read it before. Went through a little bit of it again.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
All right, yeah. What'd you say? I didn't hear that last part you said there. It's all right if you got up to chapter 49. Some of it is going to be pretty, easy to figure out anyways, but some of them got some pretty tough ones here. They're going to be good ones. But I hope so anyways. I hope they're good. I hope they're edifying as well. That's the word I'm looking for. I try to create edifying questions, not just, stuff that everybody knows or what the mainstream people talk about, and kind of, you can actually kind of incorporate some teaching into the questions too, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really enjoying it. It's like a really good way to calm down at the end of the night when I get home. That's what I noticed this last week. It was really enjoyable for me to spend the evening just in the Word for a little bit, and studying with purpose,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It is a fun way to learn. Shalom, fam. Shabbat shalom.
Have we seen Mac yet?
Yeah, he just got in.
Okay. Who's Amnon Ballin? Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We're going to do trivia though tonight, so you're welcome to listen, but unless we know you, I'm sorry, we're not going to let you come up. No offense.
No blurting out the answers, Mac. Give people a chance. No.
Okay, I will. Well, that's quite the greeting. Holy crap.
I've been reading and studying in Galatians all week, so I haven't read Enoch. So. Not this week.
Hello, I'm just continuing.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom, brother.
Shabbat shalom. How are y'all?
Doing well. Doing well. Awesome. How are you this evening?
Good. We've had a good week. It's everything. The Father has really been working here in my little flock. It's been just great. Yeah.
What is Galatians? Anything good in Galatians worth sharing?
No, I have a lot in common, I feel like, with Paul, so I always read and study his letters, because I understand them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I understand them pretty easily, so I stay brushed up on them so I can help other people understand Paul, you know.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing, because that's where a lot of confusion comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, because that's yeah, the things that people say that, oh well, the Messiah showed Paul these things. It's not the same as what the Messiah taught. So
no. Well, it's when you go and you study the Torah, like all y'all know, and you understand the difference between the law, and then you understand the covenant, and then you go back and you read Galatians or Romans or whatever, anything you want to read that Paul wrote, it makes sense.
absolutely.
And then but what I do, and when I'm here at the house when we're teaching, when Paul will say something like, "We'll come out from underneath the law," I'll add, of sin and death. And but then it goes to and it says, "But we are subject to the law. If it wasn't for the law of liberty, I would not know what sin is." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just makes it real easy. And then I only have to do that like the first chapter. You know what I mean? And then they all, oh, okay. It's not hard to understand if you just go do it with an open mind, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and if you're given the understanding of what the truth is, like that, it's not just one law, and that sometimes he's talking about the Talmud, or it was the oral law that the man's traditions, which is now called the Talmud, but that's mentioned many times in there too, which is mistaken for the Father's law, and and there's just that's why Peter gave the warning about Paul's words.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
But I think we could get started if y'all are ready.
Yeah,
we're all ready.
I'm ready.
I think I'm ready. We got everyone in here we need in here anyways. So, all right. Well, we're going to do the Book of Enoch tonight. And we got chapters 1 through 72. We're going to try to get through as many questions as we can. I don't know if we will get through them all. I got quite a few. It's really good.
71.
Or 71. Yep, up to 72. And then we'll probably do like 72 to the end or whatever next, just to finish up Enoch. But for the first one, this one is going to be a quote. And they kind of go in order. So, if you studied up and you read, it'll be in succession, kind of. So, first one is a quote. "And behold, he comes with myriads of his holy ones to execute judgment on all." What is that quote in the New Testament?
What do you mean, like, where's that?
Yes, what verse or what book is that quoted in the New Testament? I guess that question wasn't worded that correctly. I don't know why I wrote that one that way, but all right. So the question is, what book in the New Testament is this quote from? And behold, he comes with myriads of his holy ones to execute judgment on all. It's one of the shorter books in it's Jude.
Keep saying repeat.
Yeah, I don't know. That first one, it was not the way to start out. It wasn't worded. I don't know what happened there.
No, it's because Jude quotes Enoch almost verbatim.
He does. He does. And there's some other ones that I ran into that were quoted in canonized scripture almost verbatim too. Jen got Jude, or correct, Mama Jude. Hey, Mama got Jude. There you go.
Jen said Jude too.
Yep. Good job. All right, I got better questions than that. All right. That one confused me. So
He wrote it.
I know. I was trying to look at it to see if my wife wrote it so I could blame her, but I couldn't. I didn't blame myself on that one.
We do have pretty similar handwriting.
All right. All right. What do the luminaries in the heavens not do? What do the luminaries in the heavens not do? Transverse their course.
Yep.
Change their course.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jody said, sin, and that would be correct.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is. The answer in my version was they do not transgress against their appointed order.
Yep. All right.
Transgressing their places. Jess got it. Good job. Good job, everybody. Yeah, nice job, sisters. Hallelujah. All right. So, next question. How many trees do not lose their foliage?
Ooh. I'll let everybody else answer.
How many trees mentioned in the book of Enoch do not lose their foliage? Ooh, we got 14 and 14 for the correct answer.
I wonder if people have their book open.
Who got that one?
This is not an
It's not an
Who got
open
that
book.
one?
Well, it's definitely not open book for Mac.
Yeah. Who got it? I thought it was 13, but.
It was Peachy and Jess got it.
Where's Mo? I
Mo
need to
came
back
in
up.
with 13 as well.
No, I knew that one. Good job, guys. It's okay if it's open book. I'm gonna do open book.
I got the answers right in front of me, so I can't really say anything.
I'm gonna need open book because I did not remember that one.
All right. All right. Next question. This one is fill in the blank. Oh, Mo is not home. Well, shalom, brother. I didn't say shalom to you either. Shabbat shalom. You must be working. Oh, he's down the street, so we can't. Well, why is he down the street?
Doghouse or no?
Oh, I had to let my wife have one. Well, there you go. Now you're nice. Now you can roll out or bring out the punches. All right. Next one is fill in the blank, and there is 3 answers to this one. Excellent. That is awesome. Breaking bread. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I got to do some of that today, and it was a beautiful thing. I didn't get to do much, but it was a seed that was planted and very good responses. All right, for this one, I'm going to continue. 3 answer question, fill in the blank. But for the chosen ones, there will be blank and blank and blank. But for the chosen ones, there will be blank and blank and blank. If you only know 1 or 2, that's fine. Peace is one of them. Peace is one of them. We're still looking for 2 answers of what the chosen ones will receive or what there will be for them.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Mama says peace, protection, and mercy.
That sounds pretty good.
That is incorrect. Peace is the only one that is correct so far.
Understanding.
Let's see. Just as peace, health, treasures. That is incorrect.
Is understanding on?
No, just peace so far.
Just peace so far.
Light, blessings and light, Mama Huggy Bear says, and light is one of them. So we have 2 out of 3 now.
Peace, light, and
love is
eternal life.
Eternal life is incorrect. Salvation is incorrect. This is good. We got a lot of guesses in the comments. Blessed is incorrect. Protect and mercy is incorrect.
Righteousness.
Joy. Jess comes in with joy. Hallelujah.
Joy. Peace, light, and joy.
That's it. That is the 3 answers we were looking for. That can be found in Enoch 5, verse 7. I'll start sharing the verses with them. I forgot to do that. All right. This is good. Last one was Enoch 5, verse 7. All right. All right. So the next question is, what days were they in when the 200 fallen had made the oath on Mount Hermon?
Jared.
Good job, Mac.
Oh, Jeff got 2.
Enoch 6:6. Jared is correct. Good job, Jess. In the days of Jared, Peachy. Good job. Oh, and Mo, tell your brother Shabbat Shalom if he's listening.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right. Next question.
You
How many?
got a verse for that one? Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. Enoch 6:6. Jared means to descend. All right. Next question. How many leaders are listed of the fallen?
22.
Well,
20?
that is incorrect.
We have to do sit there and count them.
Because these are the leaders of 10s and thousands. Oh, is it 10?
Well, the ones that are listed
There's only
are
19 listed.
19. Peachy and James got it correct with 19. Those are the leaders. There is some chieftains that are mentioned later that have some different names, and they must have some different type of roles, but there's some similar names as well, and I think there's 22 listed in that one, or 21, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's Enoch 6:7, where the 19 are listed. And for bonus, what is the names of all 19 of them? I'm just kidding.
Give me a minute.
Gadriel's one of them.
Yeah, and Azazel and Semjaza, those are the 2 big ones.
Sariel or something like that.
All right. What is the name of the leader who taught all unrighteousness and revealed secrets?
Because of the R. Or an A.
What?
What does it begin with?
What was that?
I don't know what he said.
It's because of an R or an A. I don't remember.
I thought that one was some Java, but maybe not.
No, I think it's in the chat. I think that's. Let's see.
Yep. Mama Huggy Bear and Ashley B are correct with Azazel.
You got 2.
I thought
did
it
she?
was I don't know.
I don't know how you pronounce those words.
He's a nasty bugger.
I have Enoch. I have Enoch 9:6, but that might be 6:9.
I have to mix it up. People are doing open books. Okay.
I can do that.
I
They
mean,
still learn though.
Yeah,
They still learn even though.
yeah, for sure.
That's the point. You learn.
All right, what or who laid the accusation against the lawless one? What or who laid accusation against the lawless one?
I want to say Michael.
Michael is a good guess, but Jess got it correct with the earth.
The earth.
The earth. And that is in Enoch 7, verse 6. Ooh, Jess is on point. It's a good one. Good job, sister. All right, next question. When the store chambers of blessings open, what two things will be associated together? When the store chambers of blessings open, what two things will be associated together?
Dew and blessings.
What'd you say?
Dew and blessings.
I mean, I don't think so. That thing is the versions could say different things, but.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. And winds and rain is incorrect as well. Mac, you were kind of on track with blessings, but more so than like dew or rain or mist clouds. Okay. There's going to be two things that are going to be like present in people.
Peace is one.
Well, peace is one of them. Truth and peace. Jen got it with truth and peace. Good job, Jen. Where's the sound effects? Oh, we can't do it, I guess. Oh, we can? All right.
I was waiting for permission.
Oh, you don't need permission.
There we go.
What was that?
All right. We're going to bounce around a little bit so no one can open book anymore. The fragrance of the tree will be in what part of the body?
Bone.
The bones is correct.
Yep.
That is good job. The one before this one was Enoch 11, verse 1 through 2. And this one that Mac just got was Enoch, I don't have to say Enoch, 25, verse 6. All right. Who looked down and saw much blood being shed and all lawlessness being worked on the earth.
That's Michael, right?
That is one of the answers.
Michael and
There's 4 answers we're looking for on this one.
Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Ariel.
That is correct.
All right.
Right. Ding, 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 ding. I got one of those.
Oh, not the Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, there's in Donatello and Leonardo.
Yeah, you just gotta get one of those like a buzzard saying wrong.
Oh, he's got one. Don't you?
Kinda. I gotta add more.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Good job, Peachy. You got it. And good job, Mama. You got one. And Michael, Jess, Mo. You guys got some of them. Good job. All right. For the next question. On the east ends of the earth, on the east ends of the earth, the trees were full of what? On the east ends of the earth, the trees were full of what? Vines is incorrect. Fragrance is incorrect. That's a good guess, though, but incorrect. There's a lot of talk about fragrance. Nectar. Nectar is incorrect, but it's a good guess.
All manner of fruit.
That is incorrect as well.
Quit laughing, Jody. She don't know.
Who's the baby?
No. Hey, shalom, Brother Jeff. Even though you got an incorrect answer, it's good to see you. Lily's is incorrect. I want to say nectar might be, it depends on the version on some of these. Like Jen, you might be correct. It's similar to that is what I have in my, but if that was a guess, I mean.
Sap?
Yes, that is what we are looking for. It's actually, mine was stacked. Stackte? I don't know. S-T-A-C-T-E. Yours does say nectar. Okay, I was curious about that because nectar is a liquid. But on some of these questions, I was wondering about if we'd have issues with the versions that are used. But I should have said, stacked. That's what that is. Okay. It would have took a while for me to look at all the versions. But doing the best I can. What I got. All right. We got a noisy little baby in the background. Hopefully you guys don't mind.
Nope.
Excellent. All right. What color was the summit of the mountain that reached to the heavens like the throne of Elohim?
Can I answer? Ooh, emerald. Emerald. It was emerald.
That is incorrect.
Oh, man.
Alabaster is incorrect. Sapphire is correct.
All right.
Sapphire. What color is sapphire?
Blue.
What color is emerald?
Green.
Oh, I had the two mixed up. I'm blind, okay, golly. I haven't seen it.
Oh, we got
my wife's giving me a heart. You quit that.
Be nice to the blind man. All right. Next question. What is light to the righteous and darkness for the sinners? Oh, I should be given verses. So,
Yeah, what are we doing here?
18:8 was the last one while you're thinking on that. But I'll repeat it. What is the light to the righteous and darkness for the sinners? Oops. Let's see. Peachy. What about the moon? The moon has a part to do with it, Mo. The moon has a very good part to do with it, but what about it? The moon is a part of the answer.
Sign?
No, that is incorrect.
Light.
All right, what is light to the righteous and darkness for the sinners?
Guidance?
Purity or glory? You're on track right there. Guidance is close. Light of the Lord, moon is a lesser light. Not really. No, kind of, but now.
That's too specific.
Well, it has to do. Okay, the point of it is the course of the path of the moon. So it's the path of the moon that I'm looking for as the answer. That is what makes light to the righteous and darkness for the sinners. Just like the Christians look at the law as death.
So path was the answer.
Yep, path of the moon.
Path of. Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The moon was part of the answer, but we were looking for path of the moon. Just like the word is the light to our feet, same kind of principle. All right, for the next question.
What was that scripture?
Oh, sorry, Enoch 41 verse 8. All right, which 4 angels will take hold and cast the hosts of Azazel into the burning furnace?
Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Raphael.
Okay.
And Uriel.
Incorrect.
Not Uriel? Is it Daniel?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct.
Yeah, I can guess until I get it.
Good job, Mama, Huggy Bear, and Mo, and my Peachy. Oh, that's funny. I can bears. All right. Who led astray the Ben Elohim, or the sons of the Most High, brought them to the earth, and led them astray through the daughters of men?
What? That? Oh. Can I answer, Jody?
Wait.
That's up to Dan.
Oh, you can answer.
I think it's it's Satan, but I think the name you're looking for is Simjaza or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that Samara, Samjaza, those are both incorrect. Azazel is incorrect. Those are both incorrect. Who led astray the Ben Elohim, brought them to the earth, and led them astray through daughters of men?
I mean, it was Satan. It was Lucifer. But what? Gadriel? Are you looking for that name?
Nope. This one is one that is a tricky one.
It begins with an S, doesn't it?
Kokobel. It actually, I'll give you guys a hint. It begins with a J.
A J.
least in my version it does. I want to look at this one and see what other versions say when I give the verse on this one. So if nobody gets it, Santanel, Sariel is correct. Incorrect. This is Zaquel. My version says Jaquan. Jaquan, which would be like Jeqon. And that's Enoch, verse 69:4.
Let's see what this says.
This version says the same thing. Ethiopian Bible.
What's the name?
Jaquan or Jacon, I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's Jeqon.
From what?
Can y'all look it up? I don't know if I have that book. Oh, we know we have that book. I don't know where it is, but can we look that up in Hebrew, see what it means?
I can look it up.
Can you look it up? Jody will look it up. We got that definition book.
Can you spell Ethiopian Moses?
Can you spell it for me real quick?
Yeah, Jeqon.
Jeqon.
Or
Get that, Jody?
Yequon would be. That's in.
Yeah, I guess Y would probably be proper.
Spell it one more time, guys.
It's either J or Y.
Okay.
Eqon.
Okay, she's got it.
Like Nikon.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd pronounce that one. That's especially if there's a Y. Yeah, Jacob. It could be close to Yacon. I don't know.
You know, Jen, that's a good point. It doesn't end in L.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. But some of those fallen angels, they do still. Their names still end with L.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering, because we all know that's Satan, so I'm wondering what that name means. Maybe it's like a nickname or something, or a title, or...
There is a Jacuthiel, and like you were saying, the other one didn't end in L. This one does, but it starts with the same letters, Jacuthiel, and it means veneration of God or preservation of God. But J-E-K, I'm not finding it in here. Let me look under Y and see if it's there.
It's Y-E-Q.
Well, sometimes it's either you either use a J or a Y because they didn't have a J, but modern versions.
I see what you're saying, yeah. Oh, it's the whole like Yeshua and Joshua and Joshua. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So then it goes on to say the second one was named Asbeel, and he imparted to the holy sons of Elohim evil counsel and led them astray so that they defiled their bodies with the daughters of men.
It's not in the Hebrew definition of names.
There's not a single name in the book we have. There's not a single name even listed under the letter Y. There's J's, but no Y, so I guess they switched them over.
And then it says, and the third was named Gadriel. He it is who showed the children of men all the blows of death. He led astray Eve, and showed the weapons of death to the sons of man, the shield, and the coat of mail, and the sword for battle, and all the weapons of death to the children of men.
Yeah, I've also read other things that say Gadriel is another name, is Satan's name.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing about Satan. When you say Hasatan or Satan, that doesn't refer to one specific entity or like Lucifer, you know? Hasatan actually is like it means like a group or like the leaders of the.
Oh, so it's kind of like Elohim.
Right, yeah, it's kind of like Elohim, but the opposite. Yeah, good way to incorporate that. So like Lucifer is, we know about Lucifer from like Book of Melchizedek and stuff, but yeah, what actually happened in Genesis was it was through numerous people. It wasn't, or numerous entities. It wasn't just the one.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I got it here. It says the Hebrew meaning is "he shall rise." Now that is not in Scripture. I found that, so take that for what it says.
Yeah, that's not interesting. Yeah.
It came out of an encyclopedia.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. All right. So we did that one, did all them. What did Semjaza teach? What was it that Semjaza taught to the children of men?
Cutting up roots.
That is one of the answers, yes.
Beautifying of the eyes.
That one is not listed to him.
Cutting the roots and spells and stuff.
Yep, that's it. Enchantments is what mine said. So those are the two answers we are looking for. And good job, Jess. You got that correct. Good guesses in there otherwise. I guess occult arts would be considered that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Enoch, verse chapter 8. Oh, you want to come here? All right. For the next question, we have fill in the blank. As men perished, they blank, and their cry went up to heaven. As men perished, they blank, and their cry went up to heaven. Screamed or cried would be the correct answer. That's good job, Jess.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Jess is on fire tonight. She studies her book. All right. Where will the ones be gathered whom utter unseemly words against the Father and speak hard things of his glory? Good job on Mama and Peachy on the last one there. Where will the ones be gathered whom utter unseemly words against the Father and speak hard things of his glory? Sheol is a good answer. That's probably where they'll end up. Abyss of fire, that's a good guess. But those are both incorrect for what we're looking for. This is before the flood. So this is talking about the ones that are going to be locked up during the flood times. So lake of fire will be where they'll end up at the end. That place at the end of earth and heaven. Well, that is not the answer I'm looking for. Not really. No.
Does it start with a D?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a type of, well, yeah, Jen, you got it right. There you go. Accursed Valley is where they're going to end up.
Oh, I thought you were looking for a specific name.
No. No, this is, no, this one was just kind of, that is kind of a trick question, I guess. Yep. And that one is Enoch 27 verses 2 through 4. Yeah, Dudiel, that's good. I know what you guys are thinking of. I think that's
what I was trying to figure out.
Yep. I think that one's coming up in one of the questions later. I'm pretty sure I got that one in here. All right. Next question. Which angel is set over the conversion to hope of those who inherit eternal life?
Annual.
That is correct. We have a good one. Woohoo! Finally. Good job, everybody. Manuel is correct. That one's actually a couple spots in 40, verse 9, and verse 7.
You said 9, chapter 9, verse 7?
Nope, chapter 40, verse 9 and 7.
Oh.
I wrote to read 7 for some reason. Does someone mind reading that? Well, James, would you mind reading that?
Hold on, let me get this open here. 40, you want me to read 40, just 7 through 9?
I think just 7. I wrote
7.
verse 7, read, for some reason.
Okay. And I heard the fourth voice fending off the adversaries and forbidding them to come before Yahweh of hosts to curse them who dwell on the earth.
Interesting. I don't know why I said to read that. That was chapter 40. I'm gonna look
Yep.
it up in mine.
Yep.
Let's see if mine's a little different. 40 verse. It says, and I heard the fourth voice fending off the devils and forbidding them to come before the Lord of spirits to accuse them who dwell on earth. Huh. Weird. I don't know why I said to read that. After that, I asked the messenger of peace who went with me, who showed me everything that is hidden. Who are these 4 presences which I have seen, and whose words have I heard and written down? And he said to me, this first is Michael, the merciful and long-suffering, who is set over all the disease and all the wounds of the children of men. Or the merciful and long-suffering. The second, who is set over all the disease and the wounds of men, is Raphael. And the third, who is set over all the powers, is Gabriel. And then the fourth is Phanuel. I don't know why I wanted to read that, but anyways, sorry to waste your time.
Scripture is never a waste of time.
All right, good.
Maybe you meant to write that for a different one?
I don't know. All right, so
It's a mystery.
next question. It is a mystery. I'm going to have to look into that later. All right. What arise and become lightnings?
Angels.
Well, that's not the answer we're looking for. Nope.
But these are
Ministering flames.
Could parabolically be meant as that, but Peachy got it right with stars. Stars. That's right with stars. Stars become lightnings. And if you know what lightnings represent, and then what stars have to do in order to become a lightning, just like the Messiah, when a star had fallen from heaven, hallelujah, Enoch 44.
44.
Yes, good job, Peachy. Hallelujah. All right. The next question is, the mountains of metals will become like what in the presence of the Messiah? The mountains of metals will become like what in the presence of the Messiah?
Something melted.
That is correct. Whack.
Yep.
Mo and Jess. Correct answer. Good job.
yeah, correct.
Woohoo!
That's-
They melt.
It's like Psalm 91 or 97. One of those two.
Yeah, when you start reading Enoch, you will realize, and your verse, when you start reading like the Old Testament and stuff, even some of the New Testament quotes it, but the Old Testament, they're quoting a lot of Enoch, a lot of Enoch.
Yep. Yeah, it's Psalm 97.
Good job, everybody. All right. The day of judgment is prepared for who? This one's one of them tricky ones. It's not as easy as you think. The day of judgment is prepared for who?
Hey, James, are you on Facebook Live too, or no?
Yes.
Under which account?
Everyone.
I don't know. Whatever one it goes to.
Okay, I will send it to my mom.
Yeah, it's on. It should be on my main profile.
Is it all mankind or man or something like that?
Well, it's let's see. And we have everyone, Satan and his angels, the elect one, wicked and godless. Wicked and godless is the closest answer. Shabbat Shalom, Matt from the Fire. Also everyone. So the reason why wicked and godless is the closest is because they are sinners, right? So think about what sin is. That's what the transgressors. Yeah, there we go. Those who do not bow to his law.
Oh, so I would have been right with disobedient?
Yes. Yep.
Oh. I thought that was too easy of an answer.
Well, you just might be, you might know what kind of answers we're looking for. So, that's a good thing. Verse 60, or chapter 60, verse 6 is the answer. Where the confirmation is. All right. So, the next question, Miriam, what is the deal? Why are you so loud? Good.
I'm here.
I'm sure nobody can hear me.
I don't know why.
All right. Next question. How many will be destroyed before the Father, like in front of the Father? How many will be destroyed in front of the Father? I'm sure you guys know it's not a specific number we're looking for.
Generations?
Nope.
How many?
Just. Gnome. What's that? Is that like a garden gnome? Jess, you got the correct answer with 0. None will be destroyed before the Father, and none can be, because nobody can see the Father.
Another trick question.
And that one is in chapter 61, verse 5. Yep, some of these answers it's like, you almost have to have an open book, but you read it fresh or whatever, you know.
You kind of need to know the context, too.
Yeah, I've thought about that when I was writing them, you know.
But you did a good job, Jody said.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying not to make them too tough, but...
No, either way we're learning. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make it, like, specific to... specific to the Book of Enoch, you know. If you want to get technical, he sees everything. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right. Who does Enoch describe as other forms?
Angels.
Huh?
Angels.
That's part of it. Specific angels. There's a specific type of angels that we're looking for. What's that?
Archangel.
Nope.
Cherubim.
Cherubim.
Nope.
Seraphim.
Incorrect. Heavenly host, incorrect. Nephilim is incorrect.
Is it seraphim like James said?
Nope, incorrect.
Flames? Ministering flames? I don't know.
The fallen angels, the watchers.
The watchers.
The fallen angels is more so what he described. So all the other angels he could see and he could recognize and he knew what they were. He labeled them as cherubim and seraphim, or he was showing them, you know. But the fallen angels, when he saw them, he said he would describe them as something else. He couldn't really describe them, so they didn't explain them to him. So he asked, "What are those other forms?" Is how they worded it, but.
Got a scripture for that one?
Yeah, it's 64. It's in chapter 64.
That means read the whole thing, everybody.
I don't think it's a big one.
No, I don't think it is either.
All right. Next question. How many spirits are mentioned that dwell in the Messiah. How many spirits are mentioned in the book of Enoch that dwell inside the Messiah? 7 is a good guess, but it is not the correct answer. 1 is incorrect.
2.
2 is incorrect.
Oh,
I always guess 7 or 3. Yeah, that's right. Mo with the correct answer of 5.
Okay, extra credit. Can you name them?
I can.
what are they? Or you're waiting for someone to name them?
Yeah, I was just seeing if anybody wanted to. Whatever Mo Peachy says. So the first one is wisdom. And the second one is which gives insight. And the third one is understanding. And the fourth one is might.
Mm-hmm.
And the fifth one is those who have fallen asleep in righteousness. So
what chapter is that in?
That is in Enoch 49, verse 3. Yeah, that one. So we will dwell inside the Messiah.
That's a good one.
Well, that goes with John. Father dwells in me, and I dwell in him, and I dwell in you, and you dwell in me. That whole thing.
That's right. Hallelujah. All right. For the next question. Sheol, this is a fill in the blank. Looking for 2 answers here. There are 2 different answers. Sheol will open its blank, and they will be blank up therein.
Mouth
and swallow.
Yeah. Good job. 56, verse 8. All right. What will leap like rams?
Those little baby goats you see on TikTok.
Yeah, they probably will, but that's not the right answer.
Darn.
That's all AI anyways.
Righteous.
Sheep is incorrect. The righteous is incorrect as well. Oh, that is incorrect as well. I love those baby goats, Peachy says. I like the fainting goats. They're fun.
Ram. This is talking about sheep.
Yeah, what will leap like rams? And it's specific to the book of Enoch, so you got to think, if you haven't read it recently, you probably won't know the answer.
Yeah.
Shalom, Peg. Yes, the fainting ones, those are the best. They can keep you entertained for, as long as they wake back up, they can keep you entertained.
Is it the same as the scripture from Psalms?
I am not sure. So I'll give you guys a hint. The answer we're looking for is a type of terrain.
Yep. It is. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, you gotta think about. All right.
Mountains?
Yeah. What will leap like rams? And Peachy, Max, you both got it right with mountains.
Yeah. Psalm 114:4.
There you go, Switchblade. 114:4. I'm gonna write that down. Shalom, Mighty's mom.
Shalom, sister. Good to see you.
All right, now, what will skip like lambs satisfied with milk? Follow-up question.
Well, I know the answer now because it's in there also.
Well, don't give it away.
Okay.
Hills.
Oh, yeah.
Job, Mac.
All right.
Look at the big brain on Mac.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to use that Pulp Fiction for a long time.
Yep.
All right. Next question. What is called Sarara and Gabanum, which flows out of trees?
Rivers.
Oh, baby girl sleeping.
No more sound effects.
Yeah, that's why she was crying so much. She wanted to go to bed.
Is it rivers or streams?
Sorry, no. So, no.
Okay.
It is not water. Medicine is incorrect. Fragrance is incorrect. Honey is incorrect.
Is it honey?
Honey is incorrect.
What direction did you?
We had, someone gave the answer earlier tonight.
Nectar?
Oh, what good memory. That is a correct answer.
I think that was Jess that said nectar earlier.
Yeah, her or I can't remember.
I said sap or something like that.
Right. Jen, that's who it was, Jen. And 31 verse 1 was that. Good job, everybody. All right. So, next question is, when will the sinners be judged for their sins and driven from the face of the earth? This one's actually speaking to everybody here listening right now. When will the sinners be judged for their sins and driven from the face of the earth? Judgment Day is a good guess, but it is incorrect. That is not the answer we're looking for.
That was going to be my answer too.
I mean, it's that's the days that we're going to be living in. But there's a specific
Day of Yah.
So we're not looking for a day, all right? We're looking for an action, like, so the Father has to carry out his will somehow, right?
Yeah. Can you read the verse again?
Yep. When will the sinners be judged for their sins and driven from the face of the earth? Tell us what chapter. 38. Day of wrath is incorrect. It's so the people have to be driven somehow, and there's another people that are going to drive them.
Oh, I got it. I'll stay quiet.
I say shepherds.
Mm-hmm.
On to something.
When the congregation of the righteous appear.
144,000.
144,000.
Mm-hmm.
Just gone into your breath.
Good job, Jess. Good job.
Mic button.
All right, now who will the Messiah appear to?
Or in Enoch, so will appear to the chosen.
There you go. That's it. 38 verse 2. And the chosen whose works hang on the Father. That's the ones.
Whose works hang on the Father.
Mm-hmm. Following his law. Keeping his commandments. All right. Who will not behold the face of the holy?
The wicked.
That is, I mean, that's kind of correct, but we're looking for a different.
Unrighteous.
Okay, those were my two guesses.
Those are incorrect. Unholy is incorrect. Think about the land again.
Aliens?
Mo coming in strong with kings and rulers of the world, but aliens was a good guess.
Well, I'm thinking of people. That's what's coming up. Illegal aliens is what I was thinking.
Illegal. Yeah, ICE is going to take care of all them. The ones who possess the earth is kind of what mine said. And Peachy said he's cheating. But she wouldn't know because, well, I mean, he's not there, but maybe he is cheating, you know?
Is that Enoch 39?
That would be 38 verse 4.
38.
I'm just kidding. That was a big joke. All right, bonus. Why? Why will they not behold the face of the holy?
Because of their unrighteousness.
Well, that's really pretty much, you know, it says because the Father has caused his light to appear on the face of the holy, righteous, and chosen ones. So the unrighteous will just not be able to look upon the light. Like they won't be able to behold it. You know, it'll be too much for their eyes to bear. Once we have the Father's full light. Good guesses though in the comments. We have shame. They don't deserve it, and sin cannot be near him. So yeah, that's, you know, it's kind of a sin cannot be near him is kind of an explanation of what the light does, you know, drives out the darkness.
That's, well, that was, I already gave the verse on that, I believe. All right. When will the righteous and the Messiah cause the house of the Father's congregation to appear? When will the righteous and the Messiah cause the house of the Father's congregation to appear? And this isn't so that, you know, like just so we can see it. This is when all the people will see it. Millennial reign is not the answer we're looking for. We're looking for a specific action. It's not the 8th day? No. See, when will the righteous and the Messiah cause the house of the Father's congregation to appear? New earth is incorrect. It's what's, you know, millennial reign is when it's going to happen, but it's not. We're not looking for a time period. That's not the answer.
Renewing of the heaven and the earth?
Well, that's kind of part of it. How does that happen?
Baptism when it was destroyed by fire?
We're catching on there. When who is destroyed by fire?
Ezekiel 9.
Ezekiel 9 is not the correct answer.
Are you sure?
I don't. When the unrighteous are judged, Mo says. When New Jerusalem comes down, Jen says, day 8. Whitey says, it comes down, Jess says. Those are all incorrect except for Mo's. Mo's is pretty much correct. It says, when the king and mighty are destroyed, which falls in line with Mac's answer as well. Just a little more detailed about who is destroyed. But you just said like the world is destroyed, I guess, right? So it's actually when people are destroyed is when the Father's house will appear. When the kings and mighty ones are put out of their place. Basically when Babylon is, that's kind of what I get out of it, is when Babylon has fallen, because that's kind of when Babylon will fall, in my eyes, is when the kings are removed.
Yeah, sort of like Ezekiel 9.
Well, you could have been, that could be correct, but I don't think they quoted Ezekiel in Enoch.
Well, Enoch's in Ezekiel 9.
There you go. Yeah.
The man with the writer's inkhorn.
I understand it a little differently. Or I'm not understanding.
That's just what the book says. That's just what, like, the scripture says. You know, like, yeah, 53 verse 6. Like I tried to just like, you know, write mostly word for word, so I wasn't like taking it out of content and stuff. But they're kind of tricky questions too, because like, what is exactly the house of the Father's congregation? Is it New Jerusalem? Is it?
Yeah, that's what because if it's New Jerusalem, that comes down after the 7th millennial reign, on the 8th day, after the judgment, after he destroys all the wicked.
Right.
So I didn't say you were wrong. You're very
No, I'm just, you know.
Yeah. Right. And I think that's kind of what it is too, is I think it's talking about at the end of the millennial reign when all the kings and mighty have been destroyed.
Yeah, the eighth day.
Yep. Read it for us. I don't have the book. I can come out and get it. Sorry about that little intermission. Went and grabbed the book for reference. Read Ezekiel 9 if you don't mind that verse. You got it pulled up.
I'll just read the whole thing.
Is it long?
Nope.
Good.
It's only 11 verses.
Okay.
And he called out in my hearing with a loud voice, saying, Let the punishers of the city draw near, each with his weapon of destruction in his hand. And look, 6 men came from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north, each with his battle axe in his hand. And one man in their midst was clothed with linen, and had a writer's inkhorn at his side. And they came in and stood by the bronze slaughter place. And the esteem of the Elohim of Israel came up from the cherub, where it had been, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, who had the writer's inkhorn at his side. And Yahweh said to him, Pass on into the midst of the city, into the midst of Jerusalem, and you shall put a mark on the foreheads of the men who sigh and cry over all the abominations that are done within it. And to the others he said in my hearing, Pass on into the city after him and strike. Do not let your eye pardon nor spare. I hope we don't, I'll say unalive. Unalive to destruction, old, young men, maidens, and children and women, but do not come near anyone upon whom is the mark, and begin at my set-apart place. So they began with the elders who were in front of the house. And he said to them, Defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go out. And they went out and struck in the city. And as they were striking them, it came to be that I alone was left. And I fell on my face and cried out and said, Ah, Master Yahweh, are you destroying all the remnant of Israel and pouring out your wrath on Jerusalem? And he said to me, The crookedness of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is filled with bloodshed, and the city filled with that which is warped. For they say Yahweh has forsaken the land, and Yahweh is not seeing. But as for me, my eye shall not pardon, nor would I spare. I shall recompense their deeds on their own head. And see, the man clothed with linen, who had the writer's inkhorn at his side, reported back and said, I have done as you commanded me.
Very good.
Well, that right there, talking about Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, I'll read that little section that I was just made this little question on. It's chapter 53. I'll start at verse 3. For I saw all the messengers of punishment abiding there, and preparing all the instruments of Satan. And I asked the messenger of peace who went with me, For whom are they preparing these instruments? And he said to me, They prepare these for the kings and the mighty of this earth, that they may be thereby be destroyed. And after this, the righteous and chosen one will cause the house of his congregation to appear. From now on, they will no longer be hindered in the name of the Father, and these mountains will stand, or will not stand, as the earth before his righteousness. But the hills will be as the fountain of water, and the righteous will have rest
from the oppression of sinners. So yeah, that sounds like, well, it sounds like it could be his spiritual house, not the New Jerusalem.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the return of the Messiah and the 144,000 at that time.
Yep. That's what I got out of it as well. So, millennial reign. Jess said millennial reign right away, so that was, yeah. Good answer there. All right. Where was I at here? All right. On the day of the ones who possess the... Wait a second. All right. On the day that the ones who possess the earth are afflicted, what will be on earth? So, just like before, you know, the Father's law is light to some and darkness to others. On the day of the ones who possess the earth receive their affliction, what will there be on earth?
Darkness?
Nope. Well, for them, there will be. And there'll be light. So with darkness comes affliction.
Destruction on the earth?
And with light comes what?
Life?
Well, it's a good guess, and yes, if we continue and endure.
Truth.
Yeah. It's a good guess. What happens on the seventh day?
Rest?
There we go.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
On the day that the ones who possess the earth receive their affliction, there will also be rest for the ones who are in the light and in the Father. That is 48 verse 10. It'll be comforting and cleansing and restful. Like we'll take rest in knowing that we're cleaning up the world. Or whoever is, or being part of the remnant if we are. All right. We read all those. Who did the Most High send to talk to Noah about the end times approaching? Who did the Most High send to tell Noah about the end times approaching? Michael is a good guess, but incorrect.
I'm going to guess Gabriel.
Gabriel is incorrect. I think Gabriel is the one that spoke to Mary, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Peachy and Mo got it correct with Uriel. Uriel is the correct answer. Gabriel, it's a good guess. Phanuel, good guess. But you already got the correct answer, Peachy, so. All right. For the next question, well, that one is chapter 10, verses 1 through 2. What fragrance did the trees smell of that was similar to the almond trees? cinnamon is incorrect. What fragrance did the trees smell of that was similar to the almond trees? This is a double answer, and Jess, you got one of them correct with myrrh.
Frankincense.
And Mac, good job. Frankincense and myrrh. All right. Good job, Jess. Good job, Peachy. All right, so for the next question, what does the fruit resemble from the tree Enoch had never smelled before? What does the fruit resemble from the tree that Enoch had never smelled before? There was one tree he had never smelled before. It actually lists like a fruit.
All I can think of is grapes.
Incense and tree of life and grapes are incorrect.
Pomegranates.
Ooh, that's getting more on track, but still not correct. Olive is incorrect. The answer is actually, it's a 4-word answer to describe the type of fruit it is. That's a hint I can give you. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yummy, yummy, good.
Dates of a palm.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. That is in 24 verse 5. Dates of a palm. All right. Next question. Let's see, how many more do I have left? 1, 2, 3. A few. All right. Here is a fill in the blank question. All right. Let me get to it here. All right, I'm just going to read this. I must have been tired when I wrote this one.
Can't read it?
Yeah, I'm going to read this one. So, I'm just trying to look for it in the book. It's kind of a fill in the blank one. And when the day and power and punishment and the judgment come, which the Father has prepared for those who do not bow to the righteous law, and for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, that day is prepared, a blank for the chosen ones, but a blank for sinners.
Blessing and curse.
I was going to say that.
Well, it's what comes with these things. That's very, very close. I mean,
obedient and disobedient.
I'm gonna have to say that's pretty close, because it's like it says this is a covenant for the chosen ones and an inquisition for the sinners.
Oh,
so the curse, inquisition, that's kind of along.
Comment Enoch 24. 5. Mike button.
Sorry. No, I think you're. I had to give it to that one. Blessings and curse covenant go along correct, like hand in hand. So that's 60 verse 6. Chapter 60 verse 6. All right, and this one, joy and indignation. Good guesses. There. All right, for the next question. When will the Father cease to have mercy on sinners? When will the Father cease to have mercy on sinners? I bet people didn't. I mean, I didn't think that there would be a day, but apparently there is.
Well, once he finally, on the 8th day, when he destroys all the sinners and is done with all of it like that, and yeah, but I don't.
Wrath. The day of wrath. Jen is correct. Day of affliction. Another word for it. And one thing we need to remember is one day is 1,000 years for the Father. So the millennial reign, although it is a peaceful time for his children, it is the day of wrath. It is the day of affliction. The judgment day.
So do we have a case of the lying pen in Lamentations 3?
What's that?
Hold on, I'll read it. Where is it? Verses 22 and 23. The loving commitments of Yahweh, for we have not been consumed, for his compassions have not ended. They are new every morning. Great is your trustworthiness. So compassion. In other versions, it says mercies.
Well, that would still apply now,
Yeah, at that time, they have not ended yet.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. Once that 7th day, like once everybody's sealed and that, that 7th day starts, that's, I think, is when he's talking about that he's going to cease to have mercy on sinners. Like, you better start shaping up real quick.
Well, if you think about it, even the ones that go through, judgment during the 1,000-year millennial reign, the ones that are trapped in Sheol, they'll be resurrected at the 8th day and judged by their works. But at the end of the 8th day, that's when he gathers up Satan and everybody and casts everybody into the endless pit of, in other scriptures, I think it's called, is it Gehenna?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They burn in the fire with the worm that does not die.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's when he'll cease to have mercy. So
it's the ESV that says they never come to an end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, according to other scriptures, they sure enough come to an end because he destroys the ones that are found sure enough wicked with Satan and all them. He throws them in Gehenna, and they're locked up and it's done.
Yep.
See, that's the whole deal. That for the people that choose to keep the commandments, their end goal is the 7th millennial reign. It is a Sabbath rest, that 7th millennial reign. But those who do not will be judged and will make atonement in Sheol for 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't want to go there. I read those books.
Nope, I don't either. And that's, and even, you know, if you have a chance of paying your price and then getting out of there, it's not going to be good, you know.
But also that still shows you how much grace and mercy the Father does. He still gives them a chance to atone. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. But there's going to be a lot that'll have a chip on their heart, and they will still be angry at him because of the punishment they received for their own decisions that they made as well. So that's the sad truth, is we all have that choice. And if we choose not to live with him, then he will respect that choice. All right. Next question. Why did messengers take cords and fly north? Why did the messengers take cords and fly north?
I'd like to do some more research into that to see what that exactly means.
What's that?
Took what kind of cords and flew where? Like, how did they literally hold something and fly?
Yeah. Well, Jess got it right, and Mo with to measure. So it's interesting you bring that up. So the answer is to measure, and I just wrote a little bit on here. It says they bring the measures of the righteous and the ropes to the righteous. If that helps with understanding. What's that?
For measuring?
Yeah, it's for us. It's like the Torah. It's the standard to base us by, to judge us by, or to see if we're righteous or not. And they bring it to us as well. So that's 61 verses 2 through 3. The verse before that, it says it saw in those days that they were given long cords. They probably got short cords right now. All right, where does Behemoth occupy?
Behemoth, the earth.
Where specifically?
Middle Earth? I don't know specifically.
Oh, you do know the answer, Mac. I know you do.
No pressure.
I heard you say it earlier, so I know you know it.
Yeah. I can't ever pronounce that one. Starts with a D.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it either, but it looks like Dewey Dane. I don't know.
Dewey Dane, Dewey Dane.
The sand of the sea. That's Dewey Dale. The sand. It is like it's like a wasteland, they call it, I think, to the east of the garden.
That's where they would turn out the scapegoat in that direction or something like that, I think.
Yep. Well, they thought or whatever.
Yeah.
Chapter 60, verse 8 is where you can find that. Dudale is the correct. I don't know. It's whatever the version has here, but Dudine. I wonder why they would change an L and an N. You know,
to confuse people.
you can look it up. It's still there. Interesting.
It is interesting.
I wonder if we can go find the hidden. I'm just looking for the next question. I'm running out. I got a few left here. All right. What does the Father fill the earth with? This is a good one. What does the Father fill the earth with? Just said fire. But that is not the answer we are looking for. Wrath is incorrect. Rainbows and butterflies is incorrect as well. Life is probably correct, but that's not the answer we're looking for. Peace. Grace and peace is incorrect. Not the answer we're looking for. He probably does, but...
Knowledge.
What, glory. Glory is incorrect. Grace is incorrect. Light. What, so, the earth creates a vessel. Life? What needs to fill that vessel? The Ruach HaKodesh? Breath of life, spirit, souls, spirits. Knowledge is good, correct. Good guess. Water is good guess. Light, good guess. Word, but we're kind of looking more on souls. Spirits is what the Father fills the earth with, is spirits. So I heard something once, and I don't remember where I read it, but it was, isn't it amazing to create a body for a spirit? But isn't it even more amazing to create a spirit for a body? So just think about that for a little bit, something to meditate on. We can create a body. We can easily do that. You know, He's gave us the tools to do that, but we cannot put a spirit in that body. So, next question. Who returned to their place and took their seat among the messengers? Well, this one is before, this is before the flood, you got to remember. And I guess it should be like who or what would be a better way. Who or what returned to their place? Stars. Well, they took their seat among the stars, among the messengers. Peachy got it correct with wisdom. Wisdom is correct. We existed before we were born into this world. That is correct, Mo. That is correct. He knew us before we were in the womb. That is Enoch chapter 42. All right, next question. The Father will give over the kings of the earth as what to the elect. This is kind of one of them specific answers that that's a good guess. That's very good. That would be the earth, but the Father is going to give over the kings of the earth as what to the chosen ones?
Sacrifice.
Now you're on track.
Offering.
I would have to say that's the straw in the fire is what we're looking for. So that's pretty much an offering.
Oh, straw in the fire.
Yep. Straw in the fire is how it was worded, but you know, it'd be like a sacrifice more so than an offering, kind of. But 48, verse 9. Verse 9. Let's see if I got any more questions here. All right. I do have some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like I got about 6 left. All right. How long were the stars bound in the abyss? 70 generations. That's a good guess, but that is incorrect. How long were the stars bound in the abyss? There is a part that it does speak about some certain, I think, people being, or certain ones being locked up for 70 generations. So, but this is not that.
I think Mo got it.
He did with 10,000 years. 10,000 years. It's a long time. And we think 100 years is a long time. Mama, you were very, very close with 500 billion. All right. Who is the messenger over the spirits who sin in the Spirit? Who is the messenger over the spirits who sin in the Spirit?
Raphael.
Is incorrect. Good guess, though. All right. It's kind of an interesting question, too, or an interesting way it was worded. Like, when you think about that one. Sarah Quell is correct.
All right.
Mom Honey Bear got it correct. And Jess. Good guesses in there, though. All right, that one is chapter 20, verse 6. All right, we got 2 questions left. I'm going to save the best one for last, of course. Try to anyways. I hope it's the best one. But it's the best one out of the 2 that I got. So
7. It's 7.
Oh, you got it. Dang it. Not even going to ask it now. All right, we got 1 question left. All right, what are the winds of heaven? They're spirits. Actually, they're, well, you know, this is a topic for debate as well, but I'm just going to have to say that's incorrect. Jen said spirits as well. Peachy says angels, and Mo says angels. And that's what it says in the script, in the book, is as angels or messengers. So that is one thing that has been kind of a debate, is whether spirits are angels. But
there's plenty of other scriptures that describes the four winds of the earth as angels.
Right.
But Enoch refers to a lot of angels as spirits, because they're
right.
in spiritual form.
Right. And then there's, the different spirits of the Father that reside in these angels, like, and then the seven spirits reside in the Messiah and stuff like that. So, and then there's spirits that reside in us as well. So,
but see, if you think about it, the spirit of the Father and the spirit of the Messiah dwell in us, and those five spirits dwell in the Messiah, and we know the Messiah dwells in the Father, so those five spirits must dwell in the Father as well. You see what I'm saying? That's why we all become one.
Right. Yeah. No, those spirits are the Father, pretty much.
All the law, everything emanates from the Father.
Yeah.
All righteousness.
That's right. All right. So, the last question. Who is the messenger who Elohim set over those who rise?
Over those who rise. I'm going to say Daniel.
That's what I would have thought too. And I would guess that as well, but it's incorrect. Hello and shalom, chosen few. And we have a couple correct answers. We have Ramiel from Jess and Jen. So that I found that very interesting, because he's who Elohim set over those who rise. And when I looked up the meaning of the name Ramiel in Hebrew, I got a list of different types of meanings here, and I'll read those for you guys. Highest of Elohim, or thunder of Elohim. Elohim's mercy, or Elohim's healer. Exalted by Elohim, or elevated to Elohim. Elohim has heard, or Elohim listened.
Gotcha. But if you think about it, at this time when Enoch was written, Nathaniel had not become Yeshua at this time, and when you read these scriptures right here, they seem like they're more like equals.
Right.
They're all archangels.
Well, that's it. Like, they were all doing the duties that he resides over now. Like, they're still doing the same duties, but he's just in control of it now. Yeah. He's got the 7 stars and the 7 spirits in his hand.
Yeah. But when that was written in context, that's Yeshua. Right?
Yeah, he was one of the 7 spirits and the 7 stars in the Father's hand.
Right.
Or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where, that context is very key about the timing, pre-flood compared to post-resurrection. But that is all the questions I've got for this evening. I hope it was fun and edifying for everybody, as much as it was for me.
Absolutely.
So next time we'll shoot for 72 through the end of Enoch, and then we might, I don't know, there's not as much, but I'm sure we can still get a lot of questions out of there. Maybe we'll find out the calendar while we're doing it.
I think that moon's really jacked up, man. Me and Barrett been looking at that for a little while.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, if you look at like what the like on the calendars, you know, when they tell you the full moon is, they make it kind of regular there, but that's what man's telling you, you know, unless you're actually out there looking at it.
Right, but they've been actually looking at the moon, because I do it myself, but I can't see, right?
Right.
And I was just curious because I read Enoch and then Adam and Eve and all those different books talks about the Enoch calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, so anyway, because I was curious if Jubilee 6 is physical Israel, physical moon, like actual physical moon, or if it was spiritual moon as the house of Israel, right? Which it's usually both, but I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look into it, man, that moon, with all the different little slivers and the pollution and the curses of the earth, you can't see nothing. You know what I mean? It's definitely off course and jacked up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yeah, and it's hard to it's hard to even see it, you know, like what state it's in and stuff. Like you almost have to wait till it's already passed to see, you know, that it's.
But we know through reading everything else, the Father's more exact than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's always the appointed time in this exactly, in this many days, and you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, there's a key somewhere, you know, someone's got the understanding, or else it'll be just like when we get led into the wilderness and he'll be like, all right, today is day 1, you know? Yeah. And just like he did with Moses, he didn't give him some kind of understanding or anything. He was just like, today is day 1. Start over, you know?
I think it'll be renewed. And this is my personal opinion. I think it'll all be renewed and revealed when the heavens and earth are made new again. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, because if the sun and the moon are physically gonna, you know, change or fall or alter or lose their light or whatever for a period there, they might change their whole pattern and course and everything. If it's a real thing, you know, not just a spiritual thing. And then, you know, if it's revealed before that, then that would obviously probably change, you know, so he'd have to do it twice, you know, that wouldn't make sense. So, but yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yep. And, unless, you know, you got all these different things that, you know, people are doing the Zodiac with the Dead Sea Scrolls and everything, but that's even based on fragments. You know, there's nothing solidified there. So
I'll be honest with you. I just take it to, you know, like when it go back to Romans when Paul's talking, he's like, hey man, they're trying, leave them alone. Don't argue about it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to tell anybody they shouldn't be doing Passover if they want to celebrate Passover. That's up to them. Father will tell them if he needs to.
Exactly.
Yep. And then, or he'll bless them if it's a good thing or whatever, if they pick the right day or however that works, you know. But that's not for us to decide for sure, you know, especially when it's not I don't see it as a salvation issue, you know, like, I've done it both ways.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I've kept it and I've not kept it, and I don't feel like I'm any less saved either way, you know. But yeah, that's just my opinion, and the whole other topic.
I kept them for many, many years, but not knowing the exact calendar and the exact day and the exact seasons, I was like, I ain't doing this anymore. You know what I mean? That was just me, you know.
Yep. Yeah, and sometimes it's better to not do anything than to do something wrong, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's kind of like offering false fire, you know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Yeah, you're better off just shutting your mouth than than trying to look like you know something.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's it was a good night, and if anybody else has anything else they want to talk about, open for discussion, I guess, at this point. But Mac, you got anything you want to chat about? James?
No, like I said, I was reading Galatians real slow again.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, in Galatians, I think it was 3 or 4 I was reading today, it makes it very clear. It's like whoever keeps the commandments can enter the house of Israel. You know what I mean? Be grafted in, or the physical blood, it doesn't matter. But if you keep the commandments, you know what I'm saying? It was just more and more evident to me today when I read that.
Yeah. Well, even in the Old Testament, it says there's one law for the house of Israel, and then there's one law for the sojourner, and that's the same law. You know, it's not that they're different laws; it's separate laws. It's implying that it's for everybody. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody has a choice, man.
That's right.
So don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
That's right. Everyone can become a child.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit will lead you. Monetary gain in the name of the Father. Oh.
Do what?
Sorry I was late. Shalom, James. Yeah, I don't know. A question. It was a question. Monetary gain in the name of the Father? What do you mean by that, chosen few? I feel like I should know who you are, chosen few. But it's been long.
When I think about monetary gain in the name of the Father, I always think about seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh, and all his righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto thee. For your and also for where your treasure is, there also your heart lies.
I love your brother, Mo. Yeah, that's good. Who is chosen few? James, do you know?
I don't think I do.
Huh. I feel like I should know who they are, but I don't. They said Shalom, James. So oh, I guess your name is James. Never mind. Well, I guess we'd like to know more, so we could probably talk about your question, but I don't really. Oh yeah, Sean. Okay. I think I saw something. Yes, I know who you are, brother. Monetary gain in the name of the Father. I think I can follow what you're talking about now. Shalom. All right, yeah, I'm gonna head to bed too. Thanks for joining us, Jen. And Sean, good to have you here, brother. Peachy, Mo, Jess, all brothers and sisters, Mama, Hoagie Bear. That would be a good Care Bear name.
Right.
But, all right, y'all, I'm going to head out and I'm going to get some shut-eye.
All right.
We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Love you all.
Love you.
Those of you comments, sorry I was late.